Hello guys and welcome back to episode 2 of the RACEMOWER project. And as you've seen in the last video, I developed the lights before we started welding the frame. And today is the day we are looking at them because they are done. So I want to start with the headlights. As you know, headlights, they are the main part of a vehicle. They define the front and they are basically the face of the RACEMOWER. So we wanted something that looks a little bit aggressive but also really nice, and we have some options to play around with. These are the front lights we ended up with, and yeah, we've got many different segments. First of all, we got these 3 little ones on the outside, then the long segment on the top, and the little segment on the inside. And as you can see, if the little one and the long segment are lit up, they look like kind of an ODA 3. And with these segments, we can have different light patterns and different segment styles because we're building 3 RACEMOWERs. We want to do something different. Everyone likes a different light pattern, and so with the segments we have a variability to do something different compared to the other. The big squares in the middle, they are for little matrix high beams and low beams. I don't have them yet because they are useless basically. I don't need to program the matrix lights or anything. Just put them in and then wire it up. They work. The segments are a very different kind of story. I'm going to show you a few pictures. I need to solder the cables on. I need to cut the LED strips. And that was a hell of a work. But now it works. For the LED lights, maybe we're going to go a little bit into it. We're using SK6812. That is a basically WS2812B LED strip with a dedicated white LED. We're going with the cold white LED because it's more common in daytime running lights. I've never seen a car with amber daytime running lights. Oh, except for BMW E60, I think. But yeah, we're going with the cold white and it's really bright, as you can see here. And programming, different story. We're going to look at that later. And now backlights. Very difficult because we have, I think, 3 versions. And now we decided on one. That is actually the smallest one. The most beautiful one in my opinion. Because we have a very slim and aesthetic, simple design that fits really nice the back of the RACEMOWER. The problem there is that I don't have really the opportunity to do many designs with a design like this. It looks really nice. It's very small. There are 2 bars, one for turn signal and one for brake and normal light, and that's it. There's no variability in that. Maybe you can do something different, but yeah, we have 3 other versions and they all look kind of trash. This light looked pretty cool, but you would only have 2 options to install it. I don't know, a thick block of lights, and it doesn't really work. So next design, the idea was really good. We have little acrylic glass segments sticking out of the light, and we can lit everything up individually so we can create our own light patterns. But it looked like trash. The light doesn't diffuse very good through acrylic glass if it's really short, and that was a problem. So yeah, finally this design, I can show you something. This is the bent acrylic for the back lights. I don't know if you can see it, but I can show you in the CAD model here. It looks pretty sick with the curved edge here, and I think it's gonna look pretty good. Very simple, very nice and clean. Yeah, side turn signal looks like this. So this is the real one. I hope you can see it. I have no idea. But yeah, we have basically a LED strip right here. Then a little bit of acrylic glass right here. And it looks really sick and nice. And next thing is testing it in real life. So I coded the program not myself. I did it with AI because I know the basics and all of that stuff, but 300 lines of code with a little bit of RGBW hack. That is not something I can do on my own. So I used the Google AI and it's pretty good. I needed to copy some things, paste some things, correct some variables, but all in all it went pretty smooth. And yeah, so let's look at it. As you can see, this is the real life model. We've got our 2 front lights, our side markers, and unfortunately only one of our backlights, because as you can see, there is a green wire missing, and that is the data pin. It broke off, so we can't use it right now. Here we got our LED strip for the speedometer, and now let's see what it does. So first of all, we got the brake light button, left and right turn signal, and daytime running lights. I can't use daytime running lights on all LEDs. They use so much power, my power supply can't do that. So it always crashes. I can show you one time and then I have to reset it. But yeah, let's start with the brake light. As you can see, the whole lower part of the taillight lights up. Looking pretty good and it is very bright. Let's try the turn signal on the right side. As you can see, we have a very nice sequential turn signal. Here you can see the speedometer turn signal. I used the last or 2 first LEDs so the driver can see it. And I can... Oh, button stuck on my finger. But yeah, now turn signal to the left. As you can see on the taillight, we're using the other half of the brake of the taillight. And I can turn the brake light on and the turn signal. And I think on the camera from above, it's looking pretty bright now. I'm gonna try to fix it. Emergency turn signal, or what's the name for it? I don't know. It's also integrated. We just need to press both buttons at the same time. And yeah, that is the whole program for now. Daytime running light. Whoops, and it's broken. Okay, as you can see, I'm printing version 4 now for the real lights, because we're bending the acrylic glass to get this smooth curved edge, as I told you. And for that I wanted to do a little bit of a chamfer right here to diffuse the LED light more into the curved edge. And print is already trash. You can see how it lifts off. So we can cancel that shit and start it again. Okay, printer is done and the lights are actually pretty good looking. Next step is bending the acrylic. This is what it looks. We've got this end cap right here, and also if you're wondering, that is just aluminium foil that I glued to the top and the bottom to reflect the light. Well, it's working pretty good, and I still need to cut 3 more of these acrylic pieces. It's a bit of pain, and maybe I'm doing it a bit more frosted. But yeah, that's the final design for the back lights, front lights, close up. And well, yeah, that's actually not 1 piece, 2 pieces, but looking pretty sick. Whoop, yeah, you can see the SK6812. looking pretty good. I think that is the final design, because I'm not gonna do this 8-hour print again. I already put a lot of hot glue in there to make it watertight, and next step is gluing the acrylic glass to the 3D printed body. Also the side marker close-up, I think I showed you before, but just in case you want to see it close up. Well, that's the topic lights done. Tomorrow we're gonna do some lathe and weld jobs to weld the rear axle and the front suspension push rod. Really cool. So stay tuned for episode 3, because then it's getting really exciting. Then we only need the front spindles, the rear axle, and tires and rims, and then it can roll finally. So yeah, stay very excited. I'm also excited, and see you then in episode 3.